Hey everybody, and welcome to this special on the Spring Equinox that happens on the 20th of March. I'm speaking from the UK. It is exact at 3:07 a.m. in the morning, but the energies of the equinox will be with us throughout the year. It's just a reminder because in astrology it's the beginning of the new year, but more about that later. So yeah, I'm going to talk about the meaning of the spring equinox, or the vernal equinox as it's also called. I'm going to discuss the astrology, the spiritual meaning, the astronomical, scientific meaning as well. Then I'm going to do a full breakdown of what this specific equinox on the 20th of March 2024, and then I'm going to go through what it means for each of the 12 sun or rising signs of the zodiac. So yes, stay tuned. The spring equinox is one of the year's most significant and beautiful times. It marks the transition from the winter to the spring, and it's celebrated worldwide and has been done for lots of decades now. So during the spring equinox, the sun is directly over the equator, making the day and night of equal length. It's a time of transition, renewal and balance. The term equinox comes from the Latin word meaning equal night. So this is the moment of balance between light and dark. And this is why it's also seen as a time of renewal and hope. In astrology, the spring equinox marks the beginning of the astrological year, whereas some people say it's the winter solstice, but some people say it's the spring equinox. But anyway, yeah, the spring equinox is all about fresh beginnings and new starts. So as I said, the spring equinox typically happens on the 20th or the 21st of each year in March in the northern hemisphere. In Vedic constellation astrology, the sun is in Pisces, the constellation of Pisces, at the time of the spring equinox. In Western astrology, the sun is in the constellation, is in Aries. Regardless, the spring equinox is a highly spiritual and intuitive time of year, and it brings opportunity to look within and connect with your authentic, your true self. As Pisces is a water sign, it is associated with compassion, understanding and creativity. However, it can also be a time of emotional vulnerability, so it's essential to be careful not to get overwhelmed or let other people take advantage of you, because Pisces, it's to do with the 12th house, the secrets, our addictions, the things about ourselves that we hide away from ourselves and others, but it's also connected with our spirituality, the mystic, the psychic. So spring is all about planting seeds of new beginnings. So Pisces and that creativity can help us plant the seeds that we want to see harvest in the summer. So June, August, July, and then finally for the autumn harvests of September, October as well. So yeah, during the time of the spring equinox, it's a great time to practice self-care and to make a plan of how you could be better to yourself, understand yourself, heal your trauma, psychological, emotional, spiritual. It's a time to crucify your past and resurrect into your true self, working towards letting go of your past and mistakes. We can't change our mistakes. All we can do is try and make better decisions in our future. So it's a time of forgiving yourself and others and moving forward. So yeah, it's a time to set intentions for the coming year. It's also an ideal opportunity to explore your inner truth and plan to live more authentically with your true values and your true life direction. On the astrology level, as I said, it's a time of rebirth and renewal. This is because it's a time of balance, when light and dark, day and night are in harmony, are the same. So it's a time to reflect on those dark shadow traits that you have within you, the sides of you that may be sometimes a bit possessive, obsessive, intense, jealous, vengeful, envious of other people, the parts of you that you don't like, and also the parts of you that you do like, and to embrace them both equally, and to just work on that self-acceptance, because all of us humans have dark sides to us. So use this time to reflect on your past, reflect on your shadow, to take the steps to burn the house down, as they say, and then rise from the ashes of your former self to become your higher self through growth and transformation. So that hero's journey, that phoenix rising from the ashes sort of imagery that kind of goes throughout lots of stories. So yeah, in short, at the time of the Spring Equinox 2024, the Sun's making a few aspects. First, it's making a semi-square to Jupiter. That orb tightness is 0.06, separating, so it's not as potent as when it's applying. The Sun also makes a conjunction to Neptune. This is 2.32, separating as well. The Sun makes a sextile to Pluto, and this is applying at a 1.39 orb, so quite tight. And the Moon is also in a trine with the Sun, and this is separating as the Moon's about to go into the new Moon in a few days. But anyway, the Sun semi-square to Jupiter can bring a sense of conflict between our need to expand, to change, to let go, and the need to stay in our comfort zone, overindulge and spend or do too much. So just watch about the things that you say and do, and try and respect people's boundaries. This energy can manifest as a struggle over the coming year to find a balance between optimism and practicality in your plans. But of course, we've all got personal transits. Still, the energy at the beginning of the new year in astrology, wants us to be mindful of these challenges over the coming year, which runs equinox to equinox. So that's spring equinox to spring equinox, because of course we have the autumn one as well. The Sun also makes a conjunction with Neptune, and it blends like the Sun's solar vitality with Neptune's dreamy sort of idealistic nature. So this energy can make us more intuitive, creative, appreciate art, film, movies, romance, manipulation, and ignoring red flags, because Neptune can always make us want to escape from our responsibilities. But positively, this energy inspires us to tap into our imagination and go after our artistic or spiritual goals with renewed sort of like passion and vigour. The Sun sextile to Pluto is like a harmonious sort of energy between the Sun's ego's desires and Pluto's transformative power. So this means that if you really want to apply yourself over the coming year, this energy can help us manage our ego, our selfishness and our bad habits, and be willing to work with Pluto's transformation in thoughts, actions and the way we think about things, as I said, how we relate in our relationships with ourselves and others. So this energy really brings a chance of deep personal growth, regeneration and empowerment over all areas of our life. And Pluto rules the 8th house, so this is with our psyche, with our joint finances as well, and money in general as well, and our ability to deal with the unknown and life after death, and the things we normally run away from because we normally numb ourselves from the things that cause us pain. This is why we run into drugs, alcohol and other addictions. So this energy just really gives us the chance to connect with ourselves deeply on the karmic level and the psychological level, and just take those day by day steps to help us. And the Sun also makes a trine with the Moon as well, and this helps us to feel more connected emotionally and spiritually, and have more understanding with ourselves and others as well. It just really amplifies that there can be a smooth flow of energy between our internal desires, which is represented by the Moon, and our external identity, which is represented by the Sun. So just imagine this energy as a well choreographed dance between your heart's yearnings and the way you outwardly express yourself. This energy can bring a sense of balance and alignment to not only our personal growth and relationships, just supporting growth and all levels within and without, just as in the wild reverse sort of performance. You've practiced all this dance where every move complements the other, you've got everything in sync. The moon's trine to the sun highlights a period of inner harmony and self-awareness that can come from facing instead of running away from your problems, that can inspire you to tap into your emotional and spiritual intelligence and authentic self-expression, and being open to people who are authentic and who have emotional or alternative intelligence as well. And this can pave the way for new beginnings and opportunities in your life. So it wants you to get out of your comfort zone and find yourself more tuned to your inner voice and make conscious choices that align with your true essence, your true values, your true needs, and just as nature awakens during the spring equinox, seeds are growing into blooms which will come in the summer and autumn. As I said, this energy can awaken a deeper connection within ourselves and with others. It can be like having a masterful DJ blending your favourite tunes, music, seamlessly at a party, and this can create an atmosphere of unity and joy. So the core message of this year's spring equinox is know yourself, and don't be afraid to know yourself and forgive yourself. We are all only human after all, and we're making mistakes upon mistakes, and failure is always had on our way to success. Mostly we give up, and this is why we never see our success. And yes, we may not get everything we want, but we get the things that we need if we keep on trying. So yeah. Also, these are 5 creative spring equinox rituals that you can use to welcome the change of the season. So, you can make a list of your hopes and wishes for the new season and list them on paper. Place it in a special place of your home to honour your intentions for this season, and keep on looking at it over the next couple of months and taking those actions to bring your hopes into reality by taking day-to-day steps to make it so. You can plant a tree or some flowers to symbolise your hopes for the new season. Number 3, you can take a walk and observe the changes that the seasons brings to the environment. Number 4, you can gather with friends, family or any other close ones, exchange gifts and celebrate the start of the spring. Or you can create a sacred space at home or anywhere else, in your garden or in some other woodland. Be safe, of course. Bring some special items. Some people write down their past mistakes on a piece of paper, burn them, and then burn some sage and stuff to usher in the new. Just any way you want to celebrate it, and a cleansing, release and an intention manifesting sort of ritual. By creating special rituals for the new season, you can honour and celebrate the changes of the seasons in your own unique way. So yeah, I'm going to go more into the rituals and more into the astrology, so I just wanted to say that there. So now I'm going to talk a bit more about what does the equinox of spring mean. So as I said, on this day, the length of day and night is almost equal, and this is seen as a symbolising a balance between light and darkness. The spring equinox is also referred to as the vernal equinox, and this marks the point in the northern hemisphere when the sun passes from the south to the north across the celestial equator. So this astronomical and astrological phenomenon marks the start of the spring. Equinoxes happen twice a year, one in spring and one in autumn around the 20th, 21st of September, on both sides of the Earth's atmosphere, in the north and in the south as well. So at the time of the spring and autumn equinoxes, what happens is the intersection of the ecliptic, which is the sun's yearly path, and the celestial equator, which are 2 distinct points in the sky, kind of come to their sort of peak. And in the northern hemisphere, which includes the UK, the vernal equinox typical happens around the 20th and 21st of March, and this is when the sun's journey is going northwest across the celestial equator. On the other hand, in the southern hemisphere, the spring equinox happens on the 22nd to the 23rd of September, and this is when the sun moves southward across the celestial equator. So when it's spring equinox in the southern hemisphere, we're celebrating the autumn equinox in the northern hemisphere. Also, the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere starts on the 20th or the 21st of June. But in the southern hemisphere, the 21st and the 22nd of December is actually the start of the summer solstice there. So you can see we're kind of on opposite ends of the spectrum in the southern and northern hemispheres. And of course, when we're celebrating summer, the start of summer on the 21st or the 20th of June in the northern hemisphere, on the 20th and the 21st of June, that's the start of the winter in the southern hemispheres, just to make that clear. So yeah, the spring equinox on March 20th 21st announces the start of spring in the northern hemisphere, and in the southern hemisphere it's the start of fall autumn. So in the northern hemisphere, the spring equinoxes announces the start of spring and the end of winter. In the southern hemisphere, it marks the start of fall, autumn and the end of summer. So now I'm just going to say a little poem. This is a little poem to just help us remember the spring equinox and what it's all about. So the sun is rising, heralding spring's arrival. The days have grown longer and the nights have grown shorter. It is now a time of balance, of perfect harmony. The light and dark equal, neither gains nor loses. The sun is the harbinger, the bringer of life and birth, bringing forth blooms of all shapes and sizes. As the earth warms, the grass is turning green, and the birds are singing their sweet melodies. The creatures of the wood are emerging from their homes, racing to enjoy the warm sunbeams. The world is alive with the beauty of spring, a season of rebirth and abundance. Okay, so now I'm going to talk more in depth about the astrology of the Spring Equinox 2024, breaking down the Sabian Degrees, that the Sun, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto and the Moon are in, and talking about what they mean more on the spiritual, karmic sort of like levels. Also talking a bit deeper about the aspects and talking about the positives and negatives more, and the best use of all of the aspects I talked about in the introduction. Then I delve a bit more deep into the Sabian Degrees, and then I will just talk about what the Sun being in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh house and so on, of all the different rising signs and what all this means as well for each rising sign. So just check out the timestamp and you can jump to yours. And the way that I do it, so holistic applied astrology, so just talk about all of the influences that are available for us to tap into and the best ways for us to sort of like use this energy. So yeah, the Sun's in the 6th degrees of Pisces, Neptune's in the 4th degree of Pisces as well, Pluto is in the 8th degree of Capricorn, and the Moon's in the 10th degree of Cancer. So a lot of sort of like polarizing energy, with Capricorn and Cancer being sort of like opposed each other. And then we've got a double dose of Pisces, which can represent secrets coming out or hidden talents being brought to your attention, or the need for you to look at hidden solutions for your problems and so on. So in general, these Sabian degrees influence the spring equinox by adding depth to the astrological interpretations, as I said, looking at the sort of esoteric hidden meanings. So the Sun in the 6th degree of Pisces signifies creativity and sensitivity. Neptune in the 4th degree of Pisces can increase that intuition and spiritual connection, and Pluto in the 8th degree of Capricorn symbolizes transformation and rebirth. In contrast, the Moon in the 10th degree of Cancer brings emotional depth and nurturing energy to the spring equinox. So I'm just going to talk individually a bit more about the aspects that the Sun makes at the time of the equinox in 2024. So the Sun's making a semisquare square to Jupiter. So, it brings optimism, confidence, and it encourages us to be more sort of like expansive in our thinking and action, and encourages us to grow in emotional, psychological, intellectual levels as well. Negatively, we can be too overconfident, ignore the small details, push people's boundaries, spend too much, overdo things, and just take unnecessary risks, and this can jeopardize, not only our sanity but also our status and our life goals as well. So the best use of this semi-square is to use it to go after the opportunities that will increase your well-being and peace of mind and safety, and also use it for all sorts of educational or professional development as well. But also remember to stay grounded in your reality. Try not to spend what you don't have, and don't risk sale of like your relationships unless they are holding you back, but make sure you weigh up the pros and cons and go about it in tact. With tact, yeah, that's the one, with tact, because sometimes it's not the way we say or do things, it's the way we go about doing them, and this can wind people up. So yeah, this energy wants us to get out of our rut. It's spring, it's time for newness, but also make sure that you stay grounded in reality and don't rush too much. The Sun's conjunction to Neptune allows us to be and supports us in being more creative, intuitive, and can bring us spiritual insights that can give us more empathy and compassion for ourselves and others. Negatively, as I said earlier, it can make us confused, want to tell lies and be disillusioned, so we can ignore red flags, escaping toxic relationships and thoughts, actions and addictions as well. So it's crucial to maintain clarity and boundaries and avoid not to escape our problems but to face them, although it is scary. Seeking out the tools, healthy tools and resources that can help you do that. We've got the Samaritans in the UK or other helplines that can help us with our problems. The best use of this energy is embrace being more creative and artistic in your approach, to not be afraid of secrets or the things that are hidden, and be kind to yourself and others, and accept others being kind to you, and this can uplift you. But also be skeptic, because not everything that glitter is gold in life, so don't ignore red flags just for the sake of you not wanting to deal with yourself, because 9 times out of 10 we jump out of the fire, out of the frying pan into the fire when we do that. So just be careful, seek out resources, and seek to heal every barrier that stops you from loving yourself. The Sun makes a sextile to Pluto as well, so this helps us be more empowered and can help us with our transformation, add more depth and inner strength to ourselves as well. So this supports us, going on with those personal growth efforts. And although this can be, like a positive and empowering energy, it can also make us control or be obsessive if we don't manage it consciously. So sometimes when we don't manage our Pluto energy, we can become bossy. We can be open to abuse, allow others to manipulate and abuse us and stuff that leads us to saying, like, why do I always attract these people in our lives? Listen, they're always good, and this is a note to myself as much to anyone out there. There's always going to be people that want to take advantage, and whether it's right or wrong, and we can spend decades and hours and millenniums and lifetimes after lifetimes trying to figure out people, and we can to an extent figure out their patterns, but to get into the true mechanics of why this person does this and why they may act certain ways with this person and not the others can just take us off track. So the best use of this energy is to build yourself understanding and resilience, and to come up with a strategy to help you navigate this world. And I'm not saying like we should take a boost and all of that, because we can't and we shouldn't really, but in the world that we live in today, I think resilience and just knowing when to walk away is really powerful tools as well. So the best use of this energy is to release old patterns, embrace change, and tap into your inner resilience. The moon's trine to the Sun allows us to gain that emotional, spiritual, psychological balance, to be more in touch with our intuition and our core self. But when we have fear and other emotions, we can not hear our small still voice, and a lot of the time there's 1,000,001 loud voices. So I advocate across my podcast to do all you can to heal, so you can understand your intuitive voice over, the fearful ones and the ones that bring in self-doubt and tells us that we're not good enough, and everyone may hate us, or we'll never be able to change our lives and stuff like that as well. So the best thing to do if the moon's trine to sun over the coming years, the equinox energy, the spring equinox energy wanes and comes and goes, that's what I'm trying to say, is to try and practice emotional detachment without being cold and complacent, and without ignoring other people's sort of boundaries as well. Reflect on your emotions, build your self-awareness, and express your feelings authentically. But know when to read the room, know when other people ain't interested in that as well. Practice self-care, forgiveness and understanding, and deepen your emotional connection with yourself, and then bring that into your relationships with others as well, and do all you can to look after your well-being in all levels. There's a 3-point stellium between Mercury, Chiron and the North Node, and the North Node is sort of like a point, but it represents our destiny, our highest potential in astrology. So a 3-point stellium happens when 3 or more planets or celestial bodies like the South Node or North Node are clustered together in the same zodiac sign or house within a tight sort of orb. So typically maximum would have to be within 10 degrees, some say 12 degrees if you're using a conjunction, but so anyway, a 3-point stellium creates a concentrated energy that significantly influences an individual's personality traits and life events and stuff like the spring equinox. So the 3-point stellium involving Mercury, Chiron and the North Node has a 39% orb tightness. So Mercury represents communication, intellect and adaptability, flexibility. Chiron symbolises healing and deep emotional wounds. These combined energies can, create, foster profound insights and breakthroughs in communication, our thought patterns, and this can lead to heartfelt kind of authentic conversations with ourselves or others, and this can help us start or continue the work of healing our past wounds. The North Node's presence amplifies the transformative energy, and it sort of acts as a guide towards our highest potential and karmic sort of growth, and putting us on our sort of back on the right path. Positively, the 3-point stellium between Mercury, Chiron and the North Node can bring powerful revelations, insights, increase in mental or psychological spiritual clarity, and opportunities for emotional healing. We may experience a deep sense of understanding, compassion and growth in our relationships as we navigate through challenges and gain new wisdom. Negatively, we can become emotionally sensitive and can bring sort of conflict and emotional trauma with ourselves or within ourselves, and this can add to the conflicts that come up because of our triggers or other deep-seated issues that just come to the surface without us being triggered. So let's watch out for triggering others and being triggered within ourselves. A lot of people get an increase of energy in the sort of spring equinox because of more sun and more daylight and stuff like that as well. So it's crucial for us to approach the spring equinox in the coming year with self-awareness, patience and empathy towards ourselves and others, because we can have sort of unreserved emotions or other things come up within us. Navigating the energies of Mercury, Chiron and the North Node during the spring equinox and beyond requires us to be more self-aware, self-reflective, open to communication, new ways of communication with ourselves and others, and a willingness to embrace change and moving forward. So now I'm just going to talk a bit more about the Sabian Degrees and how they impact us. So the Sun is in the 6th degree of Pisces, and this rules the left colboid bone in the human body, and the Sabian symbology is officers on dress on parade. Jupiter's in the 21st degree of Aries, and this rules the eye muscles, and the Sabian symbol is a pugilist entering the ring. Sorry, that was a pugilist, and a pugilist is a boxer, so like an MMA fighter, wrestler, that sort of thing, entering the ring. Neptune is in the 4th degree of Aries, and this rules the nerves in our left foot in our human bodies. And the Sabian symbology is heavy traffic. Isthmus is a bridge, so heavy traffic on a narrow bridge linking to seaside resorts, so you know that can be very frustrating and busy. And Pluto's in the 8th degree of Capricorn, and this rules the lymph vessels of the human knee and our bodies. The Sabian symbology is birds in the house singing happily. Finally, the moon is in the 10th degree of Cancer and rules the fundus of the stomach, and the Sabian symbology is a large diamond not completely cut. So with the sun in the 6 degrees of Pisces, it signifies a connection to the spiritual realm and inner reflection. The left cuboid bone in the human body symbolises the foundation where we stand spiritually, psychologically, and the Sabian symbol of officers dressed on parade. Just think about, military position, a team, football team, basketball team, getting ready for their number one, for a playoff match, a match final. And this emphasises order, the importance of discipline, and the sense of a higher purpose on our spiritual and life journey overall. Jupiter is in the 21st degree of Aries, and this sort of has a karmic past life, or sort of like kind of making our minds float to past events, relationships that's happened in this life, unresolved trauma, and whatever comes up now. And the influence of the 21st degree of Aries wants us to take action. It brings about powerful energies related to determination and having a strong sense of self, centered in your own analysis of your life experience, your values and goals, and you actually question yourself, are these my values, or these values was told to have? Is this the way I'm meant to be worshipping a higher power, or how I feel authentic to me, or am I doing it based on how people have told me? Because a lot of time when we don't personalise a connection with a higher power, something bigger than ourselves, and we're just following other people's interpretations of what a person who has experienced a connection to God should be doing, we can get lost in culture and moving ourselves away from the connection to the higher power and the higher meaning of all religions. Because the higher meaning of all religions is, hey, let's love one another sort of thing, try and get on together. But we get lost in the culture of, oh well, my book's right, your book's wrong, and all the rest of it. So this energy wants us to sort of like have the courage to start new, to symbolise a sense of getting to know ourselves. The Sabian symbol of the pugilist, the boxer entering the ring, wants us to be ready to face challenges head on. We're fighting against ourselves. I'm fighting against myself this year. I've got so much that I can see that I can do, but I'm sabotaging, and I'm sabotaging right now as I record this, but I'm breaking out of it slowly so I can record this. So I'm saying this and I can't believe part of me is mortified, but I'm putting it out there. Like, the journey is not perfect. There are days when you are crawling, you are dragging yourself. There's a million and one things to do, like rewatch TV shows you've already rewatched like 100 times. Everything else becomes so important than focusing on your goals. But just know, in these times we just have to just keep on trying each day. Some days we're going day by day. I'm sort of like on the 12th day of procrastination. I'm actually doing something kind of, sometimes we're scared of our potential and what we can become, and if we don't fully put ourselves in it, then we can be like, oh, I didn't put myself in it, and that's why we failed. So calling myself out again. So this wants us to face our challenges, our addictions, our toxic relationships head on, our inner conflict with ourselves head on, and to fight for our beliefs and goals with resilience and confidence, getting back up after each fall, never giving up, just keep on going, crawling our way if we have to, dragging ourselves, kicking and screaming if we have to, into our highest self, you know, because really what I have noticed is when I'm not doing what I know I should be doing, it's actually more miserable, because all I'm thinking about is not doing what I should be doing. So, you know, sometimes I'm not doing what I should be doing and it's fun, but after a while it doesn't become fun, it becomes like a nightmare, it becomes a habit. So the Sabian degree of the 21st of Aries represents the spirit of competition, strength and willingness to confront our obstacles, our self-defeating thoughts and habits directly, our toxic relationships, and giving us the space to tap into our inner strength and to be more determined and to start things new. Karmically, it can bring us recognition for past achievements and advancements and victory, and you know, some of us may receive awards or apply for grants or just do something really out there, because you know it's only going to be that thing that's so radical for you, that's going to get you out of your comfort zone. The comforting zone can be so comforting, it's so real. I'm battling this now. So anyway, so this energy wants us to face our challenges and be assertive, and knowing that after hard work and perseverance we can get our rewards. And psychologically, as I said, it reflects that inner battle that we have with ourselves and what we may face, where we have to confront internal conflicts, doubts and fears with a fighting spirit. It calls for a deep exploration of our motivations, desires and goals, urging us to push past our limitations and strive for personal evolution, and just to be open to giving yourself that love, that care, that stable base. Some of us have princess or non-binary or prince charming out there rescuing us. Some of us don't want that. Some of us want to push ourselves to become our best selves alone. So this energy is giving us what we need, whatever that means to you, and it's up to you to tap into it. And Neptune in the 4th degree of Pisces directs our attention to the spiritual realm and helps us to sort of like be more intuitive. And this symbology of this degree is heavy traffic on a narrow bridge linking two seaside resorts. So this imagery suggests a crossing between worlds, wanting us to push for spiritual growth and transition and getting out of our comfort zone. Once again, that comes up. So it's just about us letting go of the past. The past is gone. We cannot change it. I've spent so much time in thought it can't be changed. But what we can do, we can move into the future, and to get into that future, the biggest obstacle you will have to face is yourself and the toxic habits and thoughts and behaviours you have sort of like allowed to evolve in your life as well, in a nutshell. So this symbology of Neptune in the 4th degree of Pisces also focuses on the nerves of our left foot, and the left in terms of right brain, the left brain sort ofness wants us to be more grounded, and use our logic a bit more in our spiritual experiences and our emotional awareness and stuff, but also to be open to the spiritual, our intuition, the paths we have been avoiding or have not thought of. Pluto is in the 8th degree of Capricorn, so polarising the moon's 10th degree in Cancer. It wants us to undergo psychological and support psychological emotional transformation. And the Sabian symbology is, birds in a house singing happily. So it wants us to get that inner peace inside, because this inner peace, and when I do have it, it's great, keeps me stabilised when everything's kicking off within or externally. And it's also this sort of like solid foundation, whether you're going through a relationship breakup or you're having a downtime, it's something that's always there trying to pick you up. So yeah, there may be forces within or without trying to bring you down, but this inner peace can really, it's that small inner voice. And I know we have so many barriers to accessing it, but it can really just help help us, once we deal with all our unresolved trauma and our fears and self-doubt, that stops us from listening and being aware to this still inner voice, and the other voices can mimic it and distort it, sort of thing. And if you've been there, So ultimately, it wants us to remove the psychological, spiritual and emotional blocks that stops us from embracing and letting go of our emotional baggage and embracing newness and renewal. The 8th degree of Pluto governs our lymph vessels and are about release and getting rid of the toxicity in our lives. So the moon in the 10th degree of Cancer deepens our emotional landscape during the equinox. Sabian symbols a large diamond not completely cut. It symbolises our untapped, undiscovered potential that's waiting within to be revealed or uncovered for some of you in physical documents and stuff like that. It's about inner resources, digging deep as well. Also, this degree rules over the fundus of the stomach, and so it urges us to nurture ourselves, think about what we're putting into our bodies, explore our hidden depths, especially the thoughts we allow to live in our bodies as well. And it wants us to embrace spiritual growth, psychological transformation and emotional exploration, and being open to change during the tides of change that happen in existence. You know what I'm saying? So just as the birds find harmony in their song within the house, may we too find peace within ourselves amongst and midst the ebb and flow of life's currents, ups and downs, breakups and letting goes and stuff. So in conclusion, during the spring equinox of 2024, the energies align in such a way that they encourage us to dig sort of deep into our spiritual journey. This period symbolises rebirth and renewal, and it makes it an ideal time to focus on inner growth and self-discovery. Astrologically speaking, the spring equinox marks a powerful moment for embracing transformation at a psychological level, giving us an opportunity to release old patterns, beliefs and behaviours that no longer serve us, not even ours in the first place, for us to stop living to conforming to other people's expectations of what a good person or someone of our gender, skin tone or background should be doing, and wants us to kind of like pave the way for our personal evolution and growth, and questioning and really getting honest about what it is you really want out of life. So the spring equinox wants us to and invites us to explore our emotions with honesty and vulnerability over the coming year on the spiritual, esoteric and karmic levels, for us to connect with higher realms of consciousness, showing us the significance of digging into the depths of our sort of like spiritual awareness, building spiritual practices into our day-to-day life and words and thoughts and habits, finding out a way how we can become more informed, more enlightened, and how we can understand our own karmic paths, and not being afraid to break the mold, and knowing that everyone's path is different, and ultimately every path to self-enlightenment wants us to be healthy individuals that are not narcissistic in our tendencies to ignore everybody else's needs, because we can use spiritual terminology to get ourselves out of anything if we don't hold ourselves accountable and do that much needed shadow work as well. So this is a time where the veil between the physical and spiritual worlds can be thin, and this can just allow for us to be more in tune with our inner authentic thoughts, intuition, psychic abilities and communication with divine energies, but make sure that we stay grounded as well. So it's a time to take stock of our lives and reflect on our own strengths, weaknesses and dreams. So there's many ways that you can celebrate this equinox, whether it be through meditation, some time alone, dance, prayer, shouting, or something meaningful to you as you align and reconnect with your inner nature and the universe and nature around you, as you begin the steps to allow yourself to realign and create balance in your life, and let the power of hope and optimism uplift you and fill you with the courage to allow your dreams and for you to seize every opportunity that comes your way. Let your heart and mind be open to all the positive changes as this new year, new season begins. Allow yourself to let go and take comfort in newness and get out of your comfort zone, and let the light of the coming season bring you clarity and insight, allowing yourself to discern the path to you, help you reach your highest goals and authenticity, and allow yourself to be open to strength and guidance as you face the obstacles that will come your way. And just allow yourself to each day build hope and understanding within your heart, mind and spirit, so higher consciousness. So now I'm going to talk about what the sun being in the different houses for all sun, moon and rising signs, or people who have, say, a lot of Aries energy in the chart, and you may also have a lot of Scorpio energy, so you would read what I've put for Aries and Scorpio. So just go with the flow, and here's my analysis for each of the 12 zodiac signs. Okay, so the sun is in the first house of Pisces, sun, moon or rising, or those with strong Pisces energy in their chart. So Pisces, as a water sign, holds the key to unlocking the depths of your inner self. Pisces energy is known for its intuitive and compassionate nature. Positively, negatively can make us hide things, be open to manipulation, ignore our problems and run into our addictions. But positively, it can guide us on a journey of self-discovery and connection within the spiritual realm and our higher selves as well. So when the sun's in the first house of Pisces, sun, moon and risings during the spring equinox, it illuminates the first house and emphasizes your personal identity and sense of self. It encourages you to delve into your emotions, your dreams and subconscious, allowing you to understand your desires, fears and aspirations at a profound level. By embracing your Piscean traits of empathy and sensitivity, you can tap into your intuition and gain a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Through self-reflection and exploration, Pisces empowers you to embrace your authentic self and live a life aligned with your true purpose as we move into the coming year. For Aquarius, sun, moon and rising, the sun's in your second house, so it can bring an energy of change and innovation. Aquarian energy is an air sign. It's known for its progressive and visionary sort of influence, encouraging those with strong Aquarius transits or energy in their natal chart to think outside the box, challenge tradition, conventional norms, and embrace new ideas and technologies, and break away from conforming to what society and other people tell you who to be and what you should do. So as the sun illuminates the second house at the time of the spring equinox, it shines a light on your values, resources and material possessions, pushing you to explore innovative ways to embrace your financial stability and security. Aquarius invites you to embrace your individuality and express your unique perspectives, sort of like building a sense of freedom and originality, offering opportunity to seek out unconventional alternative solutions and engage in collaborative plans with others, and maybe join groups and contribute to positive changes within yourself, your family or community or the world. So over the coming year, embrace the transformative energy of Aquarius and allow it to push you towards a future with exciting possibilities. For Capricorn, sun, moon and rising, the sun's in your third house at the time of the equinox, so it brings an emphasis on hard work and determination. Surprise, surprise, because Capricorn is an earth sign known for its practicality, discipline and ambition, so you can feel an increased sense of responsibility and drive to achieve your goals during the coming year, and especially during the spring equinox, especially goals and plans related to thought and communication. So this can can be a new tech idea or improving your own knowledge and thinking about the way you use your communication, avoiding superficial gossip. And some of you may actually, use the positives of networking to, push the business idea forward as well. This energy shows that, you're willing and are giving the support to put in the necessary effort and make sacrifices to accomplish what you set out to do. Capricorn energy in the third house encourages you to focus on long-term success and take a structured approach to your plans. This is a time to develop a solid work ethic, improve your skills and create a plan or build a stronger foundation for your future success. Embrace that perseverance and determination that the sun being in the third house of Capricorn can bring, and it can reward you with personal and professional growth. The sun's in the fourth house of Sagittarius, sun, moon and rising, and as we know, Sagittarius is the adventurous and free-spirited sign of the zodiac. It invites you to dig deep into your inner desires and explore the limitless possibilities that are within you. It wants you to and encourages us to connect with our family roots, our home, and use them as a foundation to support our personal growth and self-discovery. The fiery energy of Sagittarius brings a sense of wanderlust and curiosity, pushing us to embark on new journeys, both physically and mentally, and wants us to embrace our optimistic nature at this time, and to embrace the unknown as you uncover hidden passions, or at least maybe focus on one or two instead of trying to do it all, and expand your horizons and embracing the fullness of your life. And it wants you to sort of let go of fear, spread your wings and set your sights on the endless possibilities that await you over the coming year. If you tap into your inner truth and plan to live a life that's authentic and more aligned with your true desires, and not the desires you may have come to believe are yours because you're rebelling against what everybody tells you to do, which is have a routine and stuff, but actually, what is it you really want to do without all the noise, and going for it in a more of a structured way. For Scorpio, sun, moon and rising, the sun's in your fifth house, and this allows you and invites you to dig into the depths of your emotions and explore the intensity that resides within you, and maybe share it in your romantic plans as well. So we know Scorpio is a passionate, mysterious energy that encourages you to embrace vulnerability and connect with your innermost feelings. So this energy wants you to confront and release your emotional blockages, especially when it comes to the way you give or receive love or hookups. Maybe you, I don't want to say don't have enough, but if you do it excessively, or the ways that you may block yourself into not exploring things as well. So it's time to sort of transform that needs transforming. This energy during the spring equinox wants you to trust your instincts and dig into the shadows of your psyche and uncover hidden layers of strength and resilience, and embracing the intensity of your emotions rather than just kind of letting it erupt without thought, thinking about your emotional triggers and the ways why you respond to certain people, experiences in certain ways, and just allowing yourself to sort of heal in the areas what need healing, allowing yourself to fully experience the range of emotions from the deepest sorrows to the greatest joys, allowing yourself to navigate the intricate landscape of your soul. And through this exploration you will find a sense of empowerment and a deeper understanding of yourself and relationships in general. And just embrace the energy that you can unlock profound wisdom if you're open to healing, understanding, thinking outside of the box, taking a leaf out of Aquarian's book, but just being open to different ways that you can understand and use your emotions as well. For Libra, sun, moon and rising, it's all about Libra energy, balance, harmony and diplomacy. Negative Libras can be accused of being lazy, self-indulgent and selfish, as well as superficial. So as the sun's in your 6th house, it wants you to think about the ways your life is out of balance and bring more equilibrium to your life. It's a time to assess your relationships, especially the one you should be having with yourself, especially your professional ones, and look to how you can bring more fairness and cooperation in them without overstepping your own or other people's boundaries or pushing yourself into people pleasing. This energy encourages you to seek out harmony, not only externally but also within yourself. Take this opportunity to reflect on your own needs and desires and find the balance between self-care and giving to others. And by finding, balance in your actions and decisions, you can create a more imbalanced and harmonious and fulfilling life with your, being in tune with your needs and your wants, and in your relationships by being in tune with other people's needs and wants and finding a reasonable sort of like solution rather than people pleasing too much or pushing your own viewpoints on other people as well, because passive aggressiveness can be real with Libra energy. So yeah, for Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising, it wants us, and Virgo energy always wants you to pay attention to being practical, organised and attention to detail. Virgo is represented by the Maiden, the Virgin, with the Sun in the 7th house of Virgo, Sun, Moon and Rising. It makes it a good time to connect with others in partnership, as this energy gives us the ability to establish strong and reliable relationships that are focused on active listening and healthy communication, mutual understanding and shared goals as you work with others. And Virgo energy in general encourages us to approach partnerships with a practical mindset, paying attention to the finer details and ensuring that all partners are on the same page, but also make time for romance, self-romance if you're single, or romance in your relationship, or fun in your relationships if it's just a business one and stuff like that as well. So, over the coming year, it's best to work together with others in a more organised way, building stable and fruitful, rewarding partnerships that contribute to your personal and professional growth. Embrace your analytical and diligent traits as you navigate the dynamics of partnerships and strive for mutual success and fulfillment over the coming year. But as I said, try not to be passive aggressive as well, or just seeking for perfectionism, and this can ruin your relationship. So just try and bring some fun, but pay attention to those details. So for Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising, this energy can make you more introspective over the spring equinox and over the coming year. It allows you to focus on spiritual growth and connecting with your inner self, allowing you to focus on transformation, regeneration and shared resources. And the 8th house in astrology is associated with intense experiences related to shared finances, intimacy, death, the unknown, legacies, inheritances as well, and personal growth through challenges. So with Leo's energy in the 8th house, there's also emphasis on self-expression, creativity and leadership. So with the Pisces Sun in the 8th house of Leo, Sun, Moon and Risings, this allows you to dig deep into your emotions, face your fears and let go of old patterns that no longer serve you. It encourages you to embrace being vulnerable, trust your intuition and seek kind of spiritual renewal, allowing for potent personal spiritual growth and evolution, also growth in your finances or wherever you put this energy towards. Interplay between the compassionate Piscean energy and the transformative 8th house and the fiery Leo elements sets the stage for a year of self-discovery and leadership if you give yourself, the chance to be open to confronting and listening and healing and understanding and working with your innermost feelings, confronting any lingering shadows and emerge stronger, more aligned with your true essence. Trust in the cosmic dance unfolding within and around you, knowing that you are supported on your journey towards greater authenticity and fulfillment. For Cancer, Sun, Moon and Rising, the Sun's in your 9th house. So you can expect a significant impact on your spiritual growth and higher learning. The ninth house represents expansion, philosophy, and seeking knowledge beyond the material realm. So with the sun in this position, you can find a desire to explore different belief systems than the ones that you were brought up around, and this can make you sort of like pursue a spiritual journey or higher education, or maybe just travel, change your career as well. With the sun being in your ninth house, you're being pushed to embrace new perspectives and connect with your personal truth on a deeper level. It's a time to expand your intellectual pursuits and delve into subjects that ignite your passion and curiosity. Embrace the opportunities for personal and intellectual growth that come your way, as they have the potential to shape your worldview and bring about, profound transformations in your life. And for Gemini, sun, moon and rising, the sun is in the 10th house, and this represents your career, public image and professional aspirations. So this can bring a focus on your professional life during the coming year. You may become more ambitious or focus more on building more security into your life as well, or just pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. So you may take bolder, more courageous, meaningful steps towards achieving your goals, especially your career ones, or even a personal hobby. It's a time to showcase your talents and expertise to the world, as recognition and advancement are possible. This transit also encourages you to embrace leadership roles and take charge of your professional destiny. You may feel a strong urge to establish your authority and make a lasting impact in your chosen field. Use this energy to set clear career goals, network with influential individuals, and pursue opportunities that align with your passions. Remember to strike a balance between your personal and professional life, as maintaining harmony in both areas will be crucial during this period. Embrace the transformative potential of the 10th house influence, as it can lead to significant advancements and fulfillment in your career journey. And also take time out to have fun and stuff, but a lot of you may have been working on things, and this is the year to push yourself with strong Gemini energy in your natal chart at the time of the spring equinox. For Taurus, sun, moon and rising, the 11th house represents friendships, social networks and aspirations, your goals. So you can anticipate a shift in your social dynamics and a stronger focus on your goals and dreams this year. This is a time to connect with like-minded individuals who share your interests and values. Your friendships and social circles may play a significant role in supporting and sort of like uplifting you during this period. You may find yourself drawn to groups or organisations that align with your beliefs and aspirations. Collaborative projects and teamwork are highly encouraged, as they can lead to mutual growth and achievement. Embrace opportunities to expand your social network and seek out connections that can help you manifest your dreams. And it's also essential to stay grounded and maintain balance in your relationships, ensuring that your interactions are built on trust and authenticity as well. And remember to nurture and appreciate the bonds you have, as they can provide both emotional fulfillment and support in your journey towards realising your goals or the changes you want to manifest in your life as well. For those with strong Aries energy, sun, moon and rising, for example, the 12th house, as we know, is associated with introspection, spirituality and the subconscious mind. With the sun in the 12th house in Pisces, those with strong Aries energy again may find themselves on a journey of self-reflection. It's time to try and understand your thoughts and emotions and hidden desires and motivations. It encourages you to confront any unconscious, subconscious patterns or beliefs that are holding you back, and you may find yourself drawn to spiritual practices or seeking solitude throughout the year. Maybe you're social and you want to take some more time out away from your friends. Maybe you want a holiday alone this year. Maybe you just want to completely change your life. This energy signs the importance of solitude and taking time for self-care, which can be beneficial over the coming year. and cause for you to pay attention to your dreams and intuition this year, as well as passing thoughts or passing things that people may say, or something that may catch your attention on the radio or from a TV show you watch or podcast, something like that. So your dreams and things that you think are meaningless right now may hold valuable insights and guidance. So use this year to release any emotional baggage and find healing and closure day by day by taking daily steps to transform your life and grow on the personal levels, allowing yourself to tap into your inner strength and wisdom. So that's my analysis for 12 sun, moon and rising signs. Stay tuned to listen to more about the esoteric meaning of the spring equinox, and I'm going to talk a bit more about modern spring equinox rituals as well. So the esoteric meaning of the spring equinox comes from the word vernal, meaning of spring or new or fresh, and the word equinox, which comes from the Latin aquus, meaning equal, and the Latin word nox, meaning night, and it's a powerful reminder of the natural cycle of renewal and rebirth that is always present in our lives. So esoterically and karmically, this is a time of tremendous transformation and liberation from our past pain and suffering. It's a time to realise our emotional and spiritual potential and open ourselves up to the boundless possibilities of our lives and reclaim our inner power, letting go of our karmic sort of like debt or ways of being. So what is that? Anything that you do that causes you harm, that makes you cry, that makes you numb yourself, turn to drug, toxic relationships, behaviours and distractions. These are the behaviours that you need to go within and try and change, which can be sort of like hard. Any relationships that also upset your balance, a career, or any situation that cuts you off from the fullness of your inner power, now is the time to start doing the work to letting go of it, because the spring equinox is a beautiful opportunity to recognise your lives and the remarkable beauty and abundance that has been in your life. Even if you think, my life is sort of like crap, expressing gratitude, even just for the fact that you're alive, even though you may think, I don't want to be, not to be blasé. If you feel like that, seek out help and stuff like that, because I know what it feels like, and it's not easy. But it's spring equinox esoterically wants us to realign our future intentions with our highest purpose, to get in touch with our highest self, our highest power, and embrace new beginnings and experience a deep and meaningful connection with our inner world, to explore your capabilities and develop, craft out, create the life that you've always dreamed of by taking those daily steps to make your dreams a reality. And it's not going to be easy. You may have to seek out therapy or self-help, watch online videos, read some books, or do anything that can make you feel more in balance in a healthy ways. But on the time of the spring equinox, some of you may want to spend some time meditating in nature, giving thanks to the earth by planting something in it, or just standing barefoot in it at the time, or thinking of more ways how you can recycle more and stuff like that. Some of you may just want to take some few moments just to look at the trees or the sky and express gratitude to the beauty around you. You may want to spend some time in solitude, connecting with yourself, listening to some music, chilling out, gaming, whatever it is that gets you in that zone, just to feel more aligned and more connected with your mind, body and soul. Some of you may want to create a vision board with different pictures and words of things you want to manifest for your future. Some of you, as I said, may want to burn things and pieces of paper to let things go. You could have a bonfire with your friends or family on your own to burn away the old and bring in the new. So no matter what you decide to do at the spring equinox, it's important to do something that's meaningful for you, that helps you bring in the life changes that you really want to bring in. So that's the end of this in-depth analysis of the spring equinox that happens on the 20th of March 2024. Take care and see you next spring equinox. So